illustrating the flow of contingency. So contingency is a theory. Contingency is a prediction. Contingency is something based in the future which has the possibility to come to light or doesn't have the possibility to come to light. It is neither here or there. So the prediction of the future, right? It's a prediction of something. It's a contingency theory. It's a plan in motion. So a lot of people have a contingency theory that the world is going to go and come to an end. Therefore, they have a store which they hold food in and equipment that will help them survive for a period of time. It is their contingency plan. So in theory, what they are saying is that if doomsday does come, they are prepared. But in preparing for doomsday, are they bringing doomsday around with having the belief that this is actually going to happen and actually coming into existence? Having a contingency plan if you lose your job. Having a plan of action in what will you do if you lose your job? Is that going to bring you losing your job around? Question mark. So having a contingency where you are preparing for the worst, hoping to experience the best, is still preparing to meet the end in a negative way. And understanding this has many different levels. The way we are going to explain it might come across a bit, and I'll get to the word later. I can't really figure it out at the moment what they are trying to say, but what we will do is we will explain it and then you can come up with your own terminology. Okay. Imagine yourself driving along in a car. You have 4 wheels, you have a container, and you place yourself in this container. And you set this container on go. And so, in this sense, it is automatic. So, imagine yourself playing with an automatic car and you've got a controller and this car is going wherever and in whatever direction you want it to go. Okay, so this car is headed towards a cliff. And this car has been stuck on automatic. What is your escape procedure? How are you going to escape from the car before the car flies off the cliff, which is to sudden death? What is the contingency plan here? What is the actual eventuality that this is going to be in occurrence? If you don't live in a place where there are cliffs which you can drive off, then why are you even contemplating this as a procedure? Okay, another example can be the doomsday one, okay? So you have your bunker, just like in World War II. And yes, the bombs did come over, and yes, people needed those bunkers for that eventuality. But at the moment, you are now creating a bunker for the end of the world, like the world is just going to stop in its existence. And for what eventuality? This contingency theory, where the world is going to end, is coming out of a fear-based belief. And when you are coming out of that fear that the world is going to end, or that this event is going to happen, that there is a drug going to be released which is going to contain a virus which turns you all into zombies, it is these fear-based beliefs which people latch onto that create fear and link these beliefs together. So this forms a blanket. So not only do you have one individual doing this, you now maybe by word of mouth have two individuals doing this. And this is how the media takes hold of fear-based conspiracies or fear-based contingencies and creates more of that, so that it does become embedded into certain aspects of society. So it is a contingency theory. But how useful can contingency theories be for the evolution of man? When we act out of fear-based beliefs and fear energy, we are creating more fear for ourselves. We are creating scarcity for ourselves by hoarding what we actually don't need. In this sense, we are creating our own container, which, yes, is structured to hold a lot, but how relevant is what we are holding to the actual eventuality that's becoming? So what we are initially getting at is, what are you holding on to, which in your head is a contingency theory that you are actually able to relieve and let go of? What are you holding in this container that you don't actually need, because that eventuality is coming from a fear-based belief and is probably not going to happen? If you are leaning into those fear-based beliefs, the eventuality of that actually becoming gets more greater. Then if you release what is holding you back, and therefore the eventuality that you're actually going to end up in that situation will disperse. So in the terms of talking about contingencies, the better way of viewing this and the better way of planning for an eventuality that may or may not occur is in delivering yourself the aptitude of delivering yourself the right to develop your own self as a being. So it is taking note and actually discovering whether these fear-based notions that you are playing into are even yours. Have you heard them from the media, social media? Have you heard them from your friend, your best friend, your family? Where are these beliefs coming from? And if they are yours, it is yours to tackle. But you understand that you are very, very capable as human beings to be able to understand all of this. So in this contingency plan, it is not to plan, because planning for that eventuality is going to lead you more into that eventuality, unless you turn that eventuality into a more positive thought form. If you turn the eventuality or the contingency theory into something that has a positive end, a positive gain, so not coming from the negative place, then acting towards that in a contingency plan that will be able to deliver you there is something to enact in your life. So your contingency plan is a way to make it to the goal that you wish to achieve. So using contingency plans for the positive, for the better, in raising your vibration, in learning how to utilize yourself in this life and in this existence is very much that of a positive attitude. And implementing the contingency plan in a positive attitude is 100% the way to go. So this information today is here to help you understand that if you are acting out of fear-based contingency plans, you have more of an eventuality that you will end up there. So change the eventuality, change it into a more positive thought form, and then set your contingency plan to be able to deliver you there instead of coming from a place of lack or coming from a place of fear, of negativity. And when you do this, you can change the view and the outlook of the possibilities that could occur. Therefore, you have a higher prediction rate of being able to gain more positive endings than what you once had. So this deliverance of this information has come through today to help you gain awareness of your own beliefs and your own thoughts and where they are actually coming from. And if you do have contingencies in place to then help you work through those contingencies, to evaluate them and see where they're coming from so that you can reroute them into a contingency plan which will be more beneficial for your eventuality, for your systems and for the in the now moment, so that the possibilities of greatness can be expanded into the metaphysical. Yes, and we thank you for the connection today. And if you are intrigued by this content, and if you are wishing to carry on expanding your consciousness around multiple subjects, then please do subscribe and help this channel grow so that the word of a higher consciousness can be brought more into the physical and reach a wider platform. We thank you for participating.